If you want cheap Microsoft points and game codes, check out g2a.com. Link is in the description below.
Hey guys, it's Melvin7 here, and today I'm bringing you episode 1 of a new series. Now basically, it's going to be a Team of the Week series. I pick 3 informs from the previous Team of the Week, so in this case it's obviously Team of the Week 1. They don't have to be the expensive ones, they don't have to be the cheap ones, they can be any 3 I want, and I build a hybrid around them. I've tried to pick some decent players, so I've went with Rodrigo, Kagawa and Menez, who I would also say were the best to invest in as well. So maybe there's some investing tips whenever I do these in, which means you basically buy them and then you wait a few weeks and sell them on because they'll rise in price. So yeah, let's just build this team. So in there we're starting off with an 83 rated Spanish goalkeeper, and that's going to be Diego Lopez. Obviously he's transferred to Milan. Looks fairly solid, was great last FIFA, and all of his stats are in the 80s, so yeah, absolutely beast. 6'5" as well. You can't really wish for much more in a goalkeeper. The 3 centre-backs, we're going to have Ramos on the right-hand side, partnering Rodrigo. We're going to have Javier Martinez in the middle. Obviously, he's a new centre-back. Obviously, he was CDM in FIFA 14. Then we're going to have Albiol. So, there's not a great deal of pace. I mean, Ramos has 79, but then you've got Martinez and Albiol, who only have 53 and 61. The defending on all of them is at least 83 though, which is why I've got them all there. I mean, mainly for chemistry, but they do look fairly solid as a unit, especially 3 at the back. It should work, because Ramos may push up a little bit, but the other 2 should sit back and defend. The next 2 players are going to be 2 Germans, and the first one is going to be Bender, and the next one is a centre mid, which I haven't converted to a CDM yet. That's going to be Ika Gundogan. Both German, both link up to Kagawa. Gundogan is about 8.5k I believe, and Bender about 1.2. Martinez is about 4, Sergio Ramos about 75 to 80, Albiol less than 1,000, and Diego Lopez probably around 2k. So yeah, very solid CDMs there. All round good stats for both of them, apart from shooting. Gundogan has decent shooting, but you know, I picked them for defending so they can help out that trio in defence. Left mid then, we're going to go with I think he's a left wing. I haven't changed him. Yes, he is. Right, there we go. We're going to go with El Shaarawy. Looks absolutely beast. 87 pace, 84 dribbling being his main. Stats, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, high work rate. So in that left mid role should be fantastic, because he can run back as well if he needs to, as well as get forward, which would be perfect. And then the striker, we're going to have another transfer, and that is going to be Fernando Torres, who actually seems to be doing well for Milan currently, and may rip the Serie A league up a bit and, you know, start to show some of the glimpses that he did show for Liverpool. But anyway, 4-star skill, 3-star weak foot, some decent stats, 79 pace and 79 shooting with 80 dribbling, and he's also 6'1", so you may be able to get under the headers. And then obviously we've got the 3 informs being Rodrigo. All 3 of these I did invest in, Kagawa and Menez, who is a default centre forward. So yeah, I'll tell you how the team works now, tell you if, you know, it's a good hybrid to make or not. I think it's also around 400k, but don't quote me on prices, they're up and down. It may be cheaper, it may be more, I'm not entirely sure. Right, I really did enjoy this team. It was absolutely fantastic. The defence did exactly what I wanted it to. Ramos pushed up a little bit. Javier Martinez and Albiol did stay back, and Gundogan and Bender were able to help that back line. So I was kind of playing 4 at the back with Ramos pushing a little bit further than Gundogan. Worked really well. Diego Lopez, the goalkeepers are still effed up. They haven't released a patch, so I'm not really going to say too much about them, because most goalkeepers I've tried have been great in aspects and shit in other aspects, so I'm not going to read too much into that. As I was saying, the CDMs work really well. They could initiate the attacks as well, especially Gundogan. Bender was more of the defensive one. Gundogan was kind of playing slightly higher than Bender, and collecting the balls and managing to find Kagawa, El Shaarawy and Rodrigo did work really well. Now, I wasn't using the wings too much, so I didn't really use Rodrigo or El Shaarawy that much, but when they were available and when I passed to them, they just stormed through. Honestly, the pace of them is really good. They've both got 87 pace. You can definitely feel that. Rodrigo is a little bit better. I mean, his shooting is higher at 82, and he's also got 81 dribbling. Really does feel fluid when you are dribbling down the right hand side with him. Then you've got El Shaarawy on the other side, very similar, but just a little worse. Well, that's a bad way to put it. He's not as good as Rodrigo, which is good because it means that an inform is actually performing better than a normal card who only costs about 3k. But he was solid, and the 4-star skills of both of them really good, as well as the 4-star weak foot. Shinji Kagawa is perfect in that number 10 role in this type of team where he's able to get a lot of space because all of the other players are moving around. So he stays there. He's a poacher. He's right in there. He can pass the critical pass straight to Menez or Torres. Really, really good combination there. And then you've got Menez and Torres up front. I'll start with Torres. Very, very good. He seems to be the Defoe of the team, the poacher, the number 9 kind of. He seems to be able to get through, able to power in a shot when you want it to, and able to be in the right position when you can. And by the way, that goal I scored with Menez is probably the best one I scored with this team. A nice little Rabona finish. And yeah, moving on to Menez, certainly the best player on this team. You really need to pick him up. If you've got 30k, I think is what he's worth. He'll probably keep rising as well, so I would recommend investing in him unless he gets another inform, then sell him. But anyway, 6 foot, really, really good. He's got great strength. The pace and the dribbling is insane. His shooting is very, very powerful, especially inside the box. And just the way he dribbles just is so good. It creates so much space. You can pass from the dribble. You can do the 4-star skills, the 4-star weak foot and everything. He creates space and he scores. He's just perfect. And the partnership of Torres and Menez is perfect because you've got one that can dribble and one that can shoot. Overall, this team, 10 out of 10. Well, 9 out of 10, I'll say. 9 out of 10. It wasn't the very best, but it was certainly worth the coins I put in. I think it's only about 300k at the minute. So yeah, let me know if you think this is a good idea for the series, and let me know which 3 you want off Team of the Week too. Don't know how the hell he keeps this in, but walk the ball into Nobia will